Get ready for a good time, good time. Ooh, good time, good time. Let go.
Well, lately they're really big with the band Alabama. They've had a nice career in the past as well. But I want to talk about independent music with them right now. We've got the big time stuff out of the way, and I want to know their current solo and or group projects. Megan, start off with you. You've got a new album that came out not too long ago, a few months, with Randy's wife, Kelly Owen. Can you tell us a little bit about how that came about? And, just tell us a little bit about the album.
I gotta stop you for a second, though. I just put my glasses on, and you guys are damn handsome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've been telling Rob that for a long time, but
take those glasses off. You didn't say that when you met me down in North Little Rock. You didn't say I was handsome. Oh, you didn't have your glasses on.
I held you when I hugged you. I held you. Yeah. Yeah,
all right.
It wasn't catch and release. It was hug and hold, and I felt self-conscious about it because I held you too long. Yeah.
Well, it's only too long if I say it's too long, and it wasn't too long.
That's right, my man. There we go.
All right. So sorry to break up the that you were fixing to say about your new album.
Well, like I said earlier, I've been playing with Randy since 2007, and even back then, she'd put Randy to bed on the bus, and we'd go to the front and we'd sing songs to the bus driver all night. We'd sing like gospel songs, and we had all kinds of, we had such a good time. We've been singing together for a long time. But then, I guess for the past, I don't know how many years, we've been talking about writing songs, and she said, "Oh, I got this idea. It's okay to cry," because you see, like they do a lot with St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. And, that you see people there, or people talking to, veterans or whatever in the airport, and they get emotional and and the first thing people do when they start crying is they say, "I'm sorry." And she said, "I always tell people it's okay to cry." And I said, "Well, we got to write it one day." And then we were talking about it more, and then it just kind of clicked, and I said, "Hey, I got this idea," and I sent it to her, and we started back and forth, and then we got together and worked it out, and then we had a song, and I said, "Well, we got to get Kimo to record it." And then we kept writing more, and Kelly is really, all this time she's just been soaking up the universe, and now she's putting her ideas out in the world, and it's really so wonderful. She's got great ideas. She's got a lot to say. So anyways,
she could probably write a bunch of songs about the last 50 years with Randy Owen.
She probably could.
And I would listen to that story, each and every single part that comes out. What better way to get those kind of stories and live it?
Yeah, it's true. Well, we wrote a lot of stories. And
so how many?
First one.
How long has it been out?
I don't know.
Mr. Kimo Distributor, did it come out in October of last year or something?
186 days. No, a couple months now. No, it came out the end of last year, right?
That's what I was saying. I was wanting to say it was somewhere around October.
And the thing that I have noticed is like it's two women at a stage in their life, and they really speak to my wife comments on how this is stuff that touches me and my generation and my family. It's not the we're going to go out and drink and party and we're going to do this, which is all good stuff. Everybody loves a good time, but the stuff is really mature, real life. It's like written from somebody who's lived life to people who are living life. Yeah, the real stuff, rolling up the sleeves, getting in there, doing the thing. It's just honest, authentic music for these ladies at this point in their life. And I think it's pretty cool. I just bring the masculine perspective to it.
He makes it sound good.
And I'm sure the reception for the album has been good as well.
Oh yeah. It's out of this place, it's been our quickest mover and the most. I mean, right out of the gate, there was just a lot of anticipation for it. Well, I mean, with the built-in audience, and people were like, the original thing was, I didn't even know Kelly could sing, or like, I didn't know she could write. What she's singing to? Like, we shared a couple of clips from the session on social media of the two of them just posing by the microphone, and then I mean, it just lit up, and the people are on. So the built-in Alabama audience that want to know everything about Alabama, they're like, oh my gosh, we're going to get a glimpse inside with what Kelly has to say, and Megan turns them into songs, and good stuff.
I've seen some clips where y'all were in the bus, and y'all were singing in the bus and writing on the bus, and also, were y'all in a barn? Y'all was sitting in a barn in one of the videos?
Yep. Yeah, we had actually went down there because my daughter Elizabeth, who's 4, she likes to go down and help with the show heifers at the barn with Harper, Randy's granddaughter. So Harper kind of takes her in and helps. You know, they wash the cows and it was.
I thought you rumbled the seat there.
Oh no, you'll know.
Folks, you're not going to get this kind of entertainment anywhere else. I mean, this is like big city entertainment at a very down-home price.
I was like, we're close, but I don't think we've reached that level of closeness yet where you can just let it go right in front of me like that.
This is real life, real people, real love, and real music. And they ain't nothing. I mean, dude, that's what we in this for.
This is, like I said in the beginning, this is like sitting on the front porch, sipping your tea. We're just kind of sitting here, just shooting the bull and just kind of having a good time, learning a little bit more about one another.
Sipping tea and eating beans. Right? No,
you're going to be a troublemaker, man. Mr. Kimo is going to be a troublemaker.
People,
I know you didn't eat Taco Bell because I've seen your Subway cup over there, so I know it ain't no Taco Bell going on.
No.
So what is going on with Cash Creek right now? You're spitting out new music by your. How many artists you have on your label?
A lot of them.
8? I think we have 8. I wish I should know that offhand. There's certain some are leaving, some are coming. I mean,
I remember the last interview we had Truett, Pruitt. We had Riley Breaker. We had Rusty Gear, I think, or maybe no. What was his name?
Yeah, Rusty. Well, right now I'm in the middle of doing a Trent Pruitt album, and we're picking songs for her next record. The one that is on the table now is the new Cash Creek album, and that we got 28 songs that we're trying to bring down a little bit more.
But that's good, having too many, and you got that you've got enough for almost 3 albums.
Yeah. And this is, we're really leaning into, on this new album, really leaning into the late 80s, early 90s kind of thing with the, I've got whammy bar guitar solos a la Steve.
Nice.
On country songs.
You're not going to hear that in an Alabama concert, that's for sure.
Right, and it's just like I'm like, what the hell? I mean, let's just do what we are. That's what we grew up playing, and we got the fire fiddle on it too.
You still got Jamie, still got Monty on as well. Well, who's your band members now?
Monty DeVita. He's actually coming. We have a gig. Tuesday, Monty's down in Georgia now, but he's coming up to we're playing in Aston City up there, but on Monday he's going to come in and cut his vocals on the songs that he's singing. So and our new single comes out on the 5th. Unfortunately, I'll send it to you for sure.
Yes, sir.
It's getting debuted this weekend on another show. I'm sorry. You get the next one is y'all's.
I can promise you this: we're gonna play it more than they do. I guarantee you that one.
you'll be the U.S. debut because it's over in Europe.
Well, see, I'm going to take over that when this show plays because it's going to go over 86 radio stations over around the entire world.
There we go.
That's a tribe member over there, Rob. That's Nick Burnett's Pizzigiani. That's a DJ Nick is he is a fellow tribe member right there all day, baby.
So I'm learning more about the tribe members every day. Did not know about DJ Nick.
Yes, sir.
So what is the name? What is the name of that song, Kimo?
It's called. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, old man problems.
Totally.
That's all right. Hey, it's like me a while ago. You see that mountain over there? One of these days, I'm going to climb that mountain. I couldn't think of it a while ago, but I can think of it now.
It's called. It's called That Will Be You.
That will be
That
you.
Would be you. Yeah, That Would Be You is the name of the song. And for all the young people listening right now, the way that we know that we're getting old is your memory is the first thing to go, and I can't remember. Oh, your memory is the second thing to go, and I can't remember right now what the first thing was. That's what it is. Yeah,
that's it, man.
Tip your waitresses. We'll be playing here all week.
Yeah, put a dollar in the bucket. Yeah.
So is it an upbeat? Is it slow? Is it that whammy bar?
It's got a great guitar solo in it, but it
of course. Let me guess. Kimo is doing the guitars on that.
But it is a freaking love song. It is so damn good. I sang it for my wife.
Oh,
is what it is, and it's. I mean, like the first verse is. Someone is lonesome tonight. Someone's crying their heart out. Girl, if that wasn't for you, that would be me. And then it goes into. It's just all
everybody. My goal is to make every young man sing that to their girlfriend.
Yeah.
Every man to sing that to their wife on their anniversary. I will sing it to my wife on August the 15th for our anniversary. Yada yada yada.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the goal, and you're gonna love it. It's got a real restless heart feel to it. I mean, it really feels like one of their songs. I mean, and the soul, I really kind of, you remember that song, I'll Still Be Loving You?
Oh, absolutely. To me, the biggest song on that album.
It leans that way. Yeah.
Now you're working, speaking of which, you're working with the frontman, are you not?
I'm not. No. But I love all those guys. I love them. In fact, it was funny. I just texted Russell a couple days ago and said, "Man, I just heard that damn new song that you guys played. I mean, it's one that he wrote for his wife in their 35-year journey. It's called Always You." And I texted him and I said, "Dude, I love that damn song." And then so he says, "Well, thanks, awesome." And I wanted to tell him that our live video of him singing What Might Have Been with the Cass Creek Club, I said, "Hey man, it just went over 100,000 views on YouTube." So I just wanted him to know that.
See, that's why I didn't know if you were working with them, because I knew they had been on the Cass Creek Club. I don't know if all four of them had been on it, but I know Larry Stewart, I think, was on there. I remember watching Richie McDonald.
Mm-hmm. We did a duet with Larry too, an old Restless Heart tune called "Hard Time." It was an album cut.
Oh, Hard Times, yes.
Yeah, and Larry, this was a few years ago, and this was before I actually had this building done. My studio was in my living room, and freaking Larry Stewart comes stand in my living room and sing like Larry Stewart. It was like, you got to be kidding me.
Say, hey man, sing "Let the Heartache Ride Tonight." Come on, do it for me. Can you play my favorite song by them? Is I Want Everyone Who Hears This Song to Cry. That is like my favorite song. You never hear that anymore. Yeah. Oh, you'll hear it on the Rob Charles Show. That's for dang sure.
Hey, look at that. Yeah. Hey, you ought to get those guys on here. Because they would be legitimate tribe members too. Because they got that broken bow thing going on, but they're still indie at heart. I know
they can come. I mean, the way that we have it set up, I have so many friends up there still, the OGs, because a lot of guys didn't even know that I'd come out of retirement, and so everything's been a soft drop. My first in-person appearance when I came out, because I did the country thing the first time, right, in Nashville back in the 90s. And then Abel Kane, we rolled out, and that was just that. And then the next rollout, I was blessed. Some amazing human beings, some of my favorite people in the world. I came out when I decided to come out of retirement, I came out in LA at the Grammys with Malik Youssef and all that team from the Bad Kids class and all the writers from Kanye West team and Lil Wayne and Rihanna. So I just rolled out, rapped in all those folks, and it was good to see everybody, and we did it. We did it that way because we can. We don't fit the box.
Uncle Daddy is back.
You were telling me I need to get them on here. My biggest problem is finding the right connections. You research it online. I know we don't represent him anymore or what have you, so you get into so many dead ends. So that's my biggest issue I'm having.
I'll help you out off camera.
Wink, wink. Got you.
You can cut that out too, right?
No, it's all good. I mean, it can be said. I mean, I'm not afraid for people to find out how I get the connections. I mean, I got connections through a lot of different people, and I've asked around, but it's like some people it's just hard to get a hold of.
Yeah, you guys had Deborah Allen the other day.
Yes, sir. What'd you think about that?
That's so cool, man.
Well, I'm going to tell you what's crazy about that is I've been a fan of hers forever, and she sent an album to me 3 years ago, and at the time I didn't even know if it was the real Deborah Allen, but she emailed it to me, and I emailed her back, and she said she was who she was, and she said, here's my telephone number, text me sometime or whatever, and I did. Sometimes I'd get a message, sometimes I wouldn't, but we really escalated when I got Leon Everett. I got Leon Everett on a while back, and I approached her again, and she's like, we're going to make it happen. So, yeah, I mean, that's really how it happened. We were friends, say, on Facebook for a couple of years, but then all of a sudden it just blew up. She took the interview. We stayed 3 hours with her on here, and we're going to have her come back. Just like we're going to ask you guys to come back in 90 days, 3 months. We'll ask everybody to just keep that revolving door where we can find out what's new in your life. But man, the Deborah Allen interview for me was to that point. That was the highlight of everything. I've always loved Deborah Allen, her music, everything.
I only got to hear about 5 minutes of it, but did she tell the Prince story?
Does she tell her what?
The Prince?
No.
Yes. Yeah. Oh. Did she not tell us the story about Prince?
Not all of it. Go ahead.
She was gonna save, I think, that for the next time we have her in. Yeah, she was gonna tell us the rest of that, but that was kind of cool. I mean, that was amazing.
Yeah.
She's a legend, man. I mean, again, that's Randy Owen, man. Get Randy freaking Owen on your show, Rob.
Well, the same thing is, this is what the listeners got to understand, is there was a time when if they'd have met Randy, it's when in the window do you see it? When it's heir apparent for everyone, or do you want to be a part of the growth and the journey and everything with everybody? It's easy to look back and see something after it's already fully manifested. What you guys are doing is so amazing. You were tapped because you were so good. You were tapped because of your heart and your mind, not just your ability to play the instrument, because as much as you are maybe masters of the flavor and the feels of your instrument, I promise you, when it comes to the bosses with Alabama, so much had to do with your heart and your spirit, because it's what we discussed earlier. It's the band. That's what we preach to all the pups coming up. It's that, they need to focus just as much on their humanity as they do what they think is their quote unquote marketability. And you guys, that's a testament that the OGs brought y'all in because you made them better. They wanted to have you with them. And then on top of that, the stuff that you guys are doing on your own is something I'm really excited about.
Yeah, Cash Creek. We're going to get back into talking more about Cash Creek. How did Cash Creek come about, and how long have you guys been recording music and being together? And do y'all actually take Cache Creek on the road?
Well, this is a long story. I've known the bass player Monty since the 5th grade. We grew up in super rural Northern California. There were
Maybe I need Monty on here to tell some stories about this.
I don't think so.
He said, nope, Monty don't know nothing. He's just our man. He's our ace in the hole.
Lost the ability to speak. He can no longer
What?
speak.
Monty's a mute.
He has no eyes.
Let me control the narrative.
Oh my gosh.
And there were 5 kids in our graduating class from 8th grade. There were 36 kids in the whole school. I mean, it was that kind of rural.
Did you graduate last in your class?
Of course.
All right, that's my boy.
I was number 5. No.
That's my boy.
No, I was actually
3. Were you really? So were you the valedictorian?
We didn't have that. I can't even say that. But so, and of course, music was huge. Alabama was what was huge to us. I mean, I graduated '84, so that's right when they were at the thing. And so, young, impressionable musician.
That Roll On album came out, man. That was a big album. Roll On, baby.
Yeah, and so, and then we continued that. We became pretty large regionally. Oh, and then my drummer Jim Blaylock, I've known since sophomores in high school. In fact, we were putting the band together, and I think our it's high school. People come in and out.
Yeah.
And Jim was my buddy, and he remembers this. I don't remember, but he said I turned around and asked him if he wanted to be in the band to play bass, and he goes, "I don't know how to play bass." He said, "I'll teach you." That's what I told him, I guess. And so,
apparently, you told him that. You don't remember that?
Yeah. And I'm like, I think you're lying. He said, no, that's exactly what happened. He goes, I didn't know how. And then so he eventually migrated to the drums because our drummer left, and then he just was playing drums. And I don't know. They were hazy days. You understand. And
man, what are you talking about, bro?
Yeah. And then we became pretty big regionally. We had some interest from Arista Records in Nashville, so we went out to showcase. We came out here to Nashville to showcase, and I basically stayed. I didn't leave. They went back. We kind of came apart, and then I started touring with some other acts. Did some stuff with Opry on the Road, and then Highway 101, and David Lee Murphy, and then
you were with Highway 101. Awesome.
And then did I was doing demos at the time, and then somehow one of my songs got to Scott Hendricks at he was the VP of Wonder Brothers. Yeah,
Virgin. Yeah.
And he was like, I got to meet this guy. So then I went, and they were looking for a band, so became a band. So then I called up my old buddies and said, hey, we got like this development thing. Do you want to be in the band again? Blah, blah. And it just went from there. And we've been kind of doing it since. And yes, we still do shows every now and again, but most of the time, I bring her and another artist on the label in, Andrea, to tote the water, to do all the heavy lifting. I just sit over there and blow guitar solos all night.
She's carrying you is what she's doing.
Oh, exactly. I
she really seems to mind that. I can tell that she really hates that.
So, but yeah.
I love you guys' chemistry with your brother sisterhood here. I love it, man. I really do.
Oh yeah, we talk about that sometimes. It's just kind of weird because I'm so much older than her. I don't know why we. I mean, she's only 27, right?
Well, the thing is, she's 27. You're 60. I mean, that's a 33 year gap.
Right. That's why it's the old Mavis Cooper thing.
That young one came along late. She was a surprise. Yeah, that's what.
No, I mean you guys are one. Literally, I've met a lot of people through this radio show the last few years, and you guys are genuine. You guys, for me, you guys are at the top of the list as far as just being real people, man. I mean, seriously.
That's how we really know how to be. I mean, I care for her so much. My family cares for her. In fact, when they first, I mean, if you've seen Alabama lately, they've separated us. We're on different sides of the stage now. And
yeah, I hate that. So when I go see y'all next time, I'm gonna be like, "Hey, bro, can you not go stand by her again? Maybe she plays better when you're not standing over there."
Yeah. Well, and then my wife's like, "I don't like it at all. It just looks wrong."
Well, when I seen that over the weekend, I seen somebody put that clip. I was like, I thought maybe something happened. You were sick. You weren't at the show or whatever. But I was like, he's not there. She's standing over there by this other guitar player. They're not talking. They're not, carrying on or having a good time. And I was like, where's Kimo? I couldn't see the right-hand side of for y'all, it would be the left-hand side of the stage. I couldn't see the left-hand side. I'm like, I guess he didn't make this trip.
Yeah, no, we like we said, we were the naughty kids in class that had to be separated, because we were talking too much.
Play
I
nice.
support that. I'm a big instigator, so I'm really bad about instigating.
Y'all play nice, and maybe y'all can play on the same side of the playground again.
Yeah. It's good stuff.
With your new album that you're working on, you said you got 28. Do you got 10? Is it going to be a 10 cut album or?
It kind of, as I go through the stuff, I'll probably just finish everything. And then the ones that just ain't it, they kind of raise their hand and say, "Don't pick me."
It's
that's
not
me.
No, it's just not yet.
Yeah.
That's me getting picked to play football or basketball. Please, I'm in the back. Don't pick me.
Yeah.
Let me be last.
Yeah. So, I mean, and that's the beautiful thing about being an independent is you can tap more into your artistry than instead of the machine. I mean, you can decide for yourself what is what you want to say. And, I mean, that's my big thing with Megan too, because she went through the whole rigmarole. I mean, she was the it girl back when she was, 15. You got your deal, right?
Last week.
Yeah. And so she told the story that it just sat with me so hard about, being at the table and, 4 adult grown men trying to decide what she was going to be or who she was going to be. And it was just like, that's just not right. So, I mean, we have a relationship. I know who she is. I think I know what she wants to say with her music.
He does.
And so that is the beauty of being an independent artist is because, that's what you're going to leave behind. That's your legacy, especially now in the digital world. That's always going to be here. I mean, that's why, you have to sweat over every dang song you put out because that might be somebody's only exposure to your name and that music. And if it's not what you want to say, if you think I need to do this song because it might be a hit, or I think this is going to be a hit, you're not being authentic and true to yourself, and the people eventually see through that and they understand. That's why, there really is an artist like Ella is refreshing, even though she has been machined up. She's still refreshing when she talks because it's still her.
I loved it. I had seen an interview with her and Theo Vaughn the other day. That was original. My wife's like, dude, she's a hoot.
Yeah.
Well, one of the things, the problem, they go after all these kids, just like you said, which they really are. They're unripe human beings, and they're basically trying to create them in some weird image that's not going to connect with anybody out in the real world.
Yeah.
And the sexiest thing is a grown woman that's got something to say. The sexiest thing, I mean, legit with wisdom, is a man who's been up and down and got the scars to prove it. That's the real deal. And so they can't push on that because all they're going to do is scoot themselves backwards when they try to. And so I saw exactly, I didn't know Megan, obviously, at the time because she's only 29 or 27.
27.
I don't know where we landed. She's getting younger by the minute.
Dude, you were born in 1999. That is sweet.
Yeah. I got socks older than her. Anyway.
I know, right?
Yeah, but no, I had that big dust up. It was a thing for a while going around the row because I didn't know we were being televised, but I was on that panel with a bunch of record label execs, and they were literally just spewing that to all the people in the audience about, you know, the shelf life of a female artist is 17 to 22, and they were talking about the younger ones and all this stuff, and of course I didn't respond. I sat there quiet the whole time, which is, everybody knew something was coming. Hell, I guess I did too. But then I dropped the hammer on the whole panel right there at the end and got a standing ovation. But it made it. It was that Doc Holliday DNA showed up, and it was going out. I didn't know it was being broadcast to a whole bunch of people. So, but I was doing that on her behalf. I mean, for every young person, on their behalf. There's something fundamentally wrong about a pot-bellied, balding 55-year-old man, you know, sitting there telling me what a 13-year-old thinks is sexy. I mean, which part of this is upside down, y'all? You know, and I just popped off on them about that. And of course, the artists and all the creatives that were there in the room, they erupted to that because it's the thing that everybody knows, but nobody pushed back on. They'll push back because at the end of the day, they always just kind of go along to get along, trying to get that cut, trying to get that. They don't want to upset an apple cart. And after a while, I quit fighting my nature. I just go kick the wagon over and go, okay, now what? You know, I'll just do it, you know. And so I embraced it at that point in my career. So everybody knew that it was wagon kicking time, folks. So, yeah.
So
Well, it seems like bad business to chase that fickle pop market anyway, because it really, you know, you're not building careers. And that was the thing that I always thought country music had going for it, is that it was music for adults and people that are going to be on, they're singing their life, you know, all that stuff. And it's the kind of fan that you'll keep, like Alabama fans that, you know, now you know, instead of chasing the good time party kids who are going to grow out of that, who are going to have kids, and that music's not going to speak to them. And then it's like your music is, it seems like a bad business decision, like, you know, a bad investment. I think you'd want to go after the core audience. I mean,
Every time it's legit and authentic, the industry was always in the wrong area. They've got unlimited up at bats and they still strike out. So they turn around and they try to chase down the ones who were not allowed in the system, like the Willies and the Whalens and the Cash and all these people at Alabama in the beginning. The guys who were doing it, they didn't need someone to create them. They were created. And once they connected with the public, it caught fire. It was in a cane field burning on its own. So the industry ran and latched on to them and started trying to co-op it. That's what they do. See, once it takes off on its own, it's like, I could be totally wrong, but something like one of the majors right now, they have an indie label for indies that still has the main major label name to it. So people go, well, I got a deal with so and so. No. It's the label, for those who know. It's I'm not going to say the name, but I'm going to say it's where you find a bunch of fruit bearing trees. And so, but this label, people don't know. They've got like 700 or 800.
dude, he was good with that.
Yeah,
it's not
I've got practice. So
It's who I thought it was, but I was like, I was going to ask you the other day who it was, but you gave that little hint. I'm like, yep, it's who I thought it was.
That's the indie side, and those people will literally probably sign 2,000 indie artists.
Good time, good time. Let go of your hesitations, have a little fun. Cancel all your reservations, time to time.